Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Turbo. We are starting sugar snap peas today. I'm starting these guys from Botanical Interest, and then I'm starting some seeds that I have left over from Park Seed from last year. You can start your sweet peas probably, this package says 4 to 6 weeks before your last frost date. I tend to start mine as soon as the ground starts to warm up a bit, as soon as our temperatures are warmer throughout the day, which they are now. So it's time for me to start these. I cannot wait. I feel like I'm a little bit behind on it, but they will germinate once the temperatures are right for them. It is recommended to start your snap peas in ground, so you can start them in pots, but if you do that, I would use biodegradable pots. And then if you are using biodegradable pots, when you plant them out, I would take off the bottom portion of that biodegradable pot, as long as the roots haven't expanded out of the pot, if that makes sense. So usually I'll just pull off that bottom, the bottom of the pot, as long as roots aren't there, because you don't want to disturb the roots. That's the whole point of the biodegradable pots, so you don't disturb the root system of a plant that does not like its root system disturbed, like sugar snap peas. So I'm gonna be planting them in this bed. I've got this trellis. This is where I typically plant them every single year. Last year I tried to plant them on my chicken coop, and those did not do well at all. And I don't really know why. They just really sucked last year, and I thought it would be this beautiful scene, sugar snap peas growing all up the chicken run, and it was hideous. So I don't know what I'm going to plant over there this year. We'll see. I still have my planters there. I'll show you guys after we're done doing this, and we'll talk about that. But let's go ahead and get the snap peas planted along here. Gotta massage that in. Stretch. Leg cramps. So I'm gonna start with the Park Seed. These are the Super Sugar Snap. There's really only a few in here, so I always plant 2 seeds per spot. I try to, and then per spot, I try to only plant 2 seeds per spot, just in case one seed doesn't germinate. If I get an extra plant going, it's really not a big deal. There's a lot of space for the roots to grow, so I don't have any issue with that. All right, now let's do the Botanical Interest seeds on this side. Cover. And when these come up, they will cling to this trellis and they will start producing pods for me, and they will be so delicious. I cannot wait. So we've got the snap peas planted and watered in. I'm actually gonna add a little something extra to the top of the soil. Let me show you, because I don't want squirrels digging in it. So I have this. Do you see that? How it's kind of got the little pokes on there? Those are not sharp at all. So putting these on my garden beds help keep the squirrels from digging up my plants. I don't have a lot of this. I'm only going to add this one piece, and then I'm going to add a little bit of like a piece of fencing. So I'll show you that. Let's put this down first. So here's this. This is how I would lay it on there and keep it like this until I see germination. Once it germinates, then I'll move this back from where the seeds pop up so that they don't have to grow through that. Once your plants get a good solid root system, the squirrels are less likely to be able to rip the whole plant out, but you know, I wouldn't put anything past them. So let me show you the other thing that I'm going to put down on top, and it's like a little piece of fencing. So this right here, this was actually for a chicken run piece thing that I was building. It never turned into anything. So this also, I use this piece to protect my beds as well. So something like this is perfect for keeping critters out of your bed. Now this was meant for something else, but it just happens to be handy in this situation. So this is the only point where they'd be able to dig, and there's nothing there for them to be able to dig up. So not worried about that. All done. Now let me show you what I was talking about last year. If you guys have been following me, at least from last spring, I planted these containers up with sugar snap peas last year, and they did awful. I was hoping they'd kind of grow up and create like this beautiful green climbing background for the chicken coop, and they didn't. They were terrible. And then I planted Swiss Chard in there, and those were beautiful. I might do that again, but I was also thinking about maybe doing something like perennial-esque, like hostas, like all of these going down here. I do have two or three of these on the other side of the house that have hostas in them, and hostas have been growing in them for probably about 2 or 3 years now, and they look amazing. I'll show you the other side of the house where those are, but something in here that has color, edibility for the chickens, and that is just easy growing, long standing for the season. And Swiss Chard was really good for that. I kind of want to switch it up this year. Once our temperatures really stabilize, like we don't dip into freezing anymore, then I'll take the plastic off and it'll look less like a prison here for the chickens. But I have to protect them from freezing winds, because that's how they get frostbite. So let's head over to the other side of the garden and I'll show you where those hostas are. I've been doing a lot of work clearing out the beds over here, still picking up leaves, pruning hydrangeas, pulling things back so I can see what survived, what didn't, and like here's my rakings. This bed, I've pruned the hydrangeas, but I still need to clear out the leaves. There's so many leaves still. Okay, here we go. That's me. Okay, so these have hostas in them. You can see the hostas coming up here, and I'll need to add some fertilizer in here, and I might go ahead and add a little bit more soil because the soil level has sunk down quite a bit. But I have, actually there's 4 containers, so I have 4 containers that have hostas in them that go along this walkway, and they look really good. The deer don't usually bother these, but they eat the hostas in the front yard for some reason. But yeah, so these will look really pretty. I was considering planting these out in the landscape, and then maybe planting something else in here that is more of an annual that can like get big in the shade and kind of grow over maybe some of those begonias that I'm growing in the basement. I have to think about it because I really like the way these look over here in the summertime. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if you have any questions about anything that you saw today. And if you have any questions that you don't feel comfortable asking in the comment section, my email is listed on my account, so you are welcome to email me if you'd like to. People always do, and I love having conversations with you guys. So Turbo says goodbye, so I'm gonna say bye. See you in the next video.